You know, the creator of the song or the music creator maybe intended it to be a Tom Petty That Heartbreaker single, but maybe he thought Tom Petty couldn't hit the high parts that are you encounter in the song. So today we're going to be talking in our Eagles oeuvre, and behind the tracks, one of the biggest singles in Eagles history of the membership is "The Boys of Summer," a big hit back in 1984 into 85. Now, "Boys of Summer" again by Don Henley, one of the two key songwriters for the Eagles. The lyrics were written by him, and the music was composed by Mike Campbell of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It was released on October 26, 1984 as a lead single from Henley's smash album Building the Perfect Beast. It reached number 5 in the Billboard Hot 100 charts in the US, number 1 in the Billboard Top Rock Tracks chart, and number 12 in the UK Singles chart. The music video won several awards. "The Boys of Summer" was also performed live by Henley with the Reunited Eagles. A version is included on the group's 2005 DVD, Fairfield One Tour Live from Melbourne. Now, almost a 5-minute single on Geffen, and co-producers included Danny Korchmar and Greg Landagni. Previous singles for Henley was "I Can't Stand Still" in the 83, and of course "All She Wants to Do Is Dance." He's another foray into political pop. Now, Campbell, the guitars for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, wrote a demo for "The Boys of Summer" while experimenting with a Lindrum drum machine and Oberheim OBX synthesizer. He showed it or played it for Tom Petty, but Petty felt it did not fit with the record they were working on, Southern Accents. At the suggestion of producer Jimmy Iovine, Campbell played it for Don Henley, the vocalist and drummer for the Eagles, who wrote the lyrics and recorded the vocal. They re-recorded the song after Henley decided to change the key. Of course, Henley has a different key than Petty. Now, "Boys of Summer" used a repeating guitar riff. It was recorded in the key of F major with a tempo of 88 beats per minute. Henley's vocals range from F lower third to A lower fourth. The lyrics appeared about the passing of youth and entering middle age, with a nostalgic theme of summer love and reminiscence of a past relationship. In an 1987 interview with Rolling Stone, Henley explained that the song is about aging and questioning the past, a recurring theme in Henley's lyrics, especially as a solo artist, including "The End of the Innocence" and "Taking You Home." In an interview with NME in 1985, Henley explained that Deadhead sticker and a Cadillac lyric as an example of a generation selling out. Of course, Grateful Dead is the ultimate party band, but you put it on a sticker on a Cadillac, it becomes just another corporate sellout. He said, "I was driving down the San Diego freeway and got passed by a $21,000 Cadillac Seville, the status symbol of the right-wing upper-class, middle-class American bourgeoisie. All the guys with the blue blazers with the crest and the gray pants, and there was this Grateful Deadhead bumper sticker on it." The song's title is taken from Roger Kahn's 72 book of the Brooklyn Dodgers, which was in turn taken from a Dylan Thomas poem. Now, "The Boys of Summer" reached number 5 in the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the Billboard Top Rock Tracks chart for 5 semaines. It was his most successful hit in the United Kingdom, reaching number 12 in the UK Singles chart. A re-release of the single in 1998 also reached number 12. Billboard called a dance-oriented pop "swimming in synths" and reverberating guitar. Now, in 1986, Henley won the Grammy Award for Best Male Rock Vocal Performance for his song, which was presented at the 28th Annual Grammy Awards. "The Boys of Summer" was eventually ranked number 416 on Rolling Stone's magazine list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. "The Boys of Summer" is also included in the Pitchfork 500, Pitchfork Media's guide to the greatest songs from punk to present. Now, Tom Petty was astounded by the track's success. One day, he and Campbell were out in the car drive to listen to the mix of the song "Don't Come Around Here No More," but turned on the ignition and heard "The Boys of Summer." Campbell changed the station in case the song would upset Petty, but another station was also playing the song. Petty enjoyed listening to it and regretted initially turning it down, but of course, Tom Petty and Don Henley, Petty would have been in the wrong vocal test for it. Now, the music video to "The Boys of Summer" is a French New Wave influenced piece directed by Jean-Baptiste Mondino. Shot in black and white, it shows the main character's song as 3 different stages of his life. Now, Mondino did many videos at the time. He also did "Slave to Love" by Brian Ferry later on, "Russians" by Sting, "Downtown Train" by Tom Waits, but at the time he was one of the hottest video directors of his era. Now, again, it shows the character at 3 different stages of life: a young boy, young adult, and middle age, in each case reminiscing of a past relationship. Interspersed with these scenes are segments of Henley singing the words of a song while riding in a pickup truck. The boy is dressed in a style typical of the 1950s. The teenage lovers are dressed in a style characteristic of the early 60s, while the middle-aged man is dressed in a style of the 1980s. As a boy in the 50s, the protagonist practiced playing the drums, suggesting musical aspirations. As a teenager in the 60s, he walks on the beach with his girlfriend, whom he kisses passionately. And as a middle-aged man in the 1980s, he appears to be an executive of some sort who is comfortable, but unhappy in life and sits at his desk to remember his youth. The young boy in the video is played by 7-year-old Josh Paul, while the girl is played by Odie England. Interspersed with these scenes are segments of Henley articulating the words of the song while driving in a convertible. At its conclusion, the video used a postmodern concept of exposing his own workings, as with a ride special, Henley drives the car away from a rear projection screen. Now, the video was the video of the year at the 85 MTV Music Awards, leading Henley to comment the awards the following year that he won for riding around in the back of a pickup. It also won that year's award for Best Direction, Best Art Direction, and Best Cinematography. The Best Direction Awards presented by Mondino by Henley's then former Eagles teammate and bandmate Glenn Frey. So Mike Campbell on synthesizers, guitars, Lynn drum program and percussion. Danny Korchmar on synthesizers and guitars. Steve Barcato of Total Fame on synthesizers, and Larry Klein on bass. And of course Henley the vocals. Now on the charts, Australia number 3, Canada top 30, Canada top singles number 15, Germany 18, Ireland 7, Netherlands top 40, 26, Netherlands single top 123, New Zealand 18, UK 12, US Billboard number 5, and US mainstream rock Billboard number 1. Australia year-end charts 37 in Australia, and Billboard Hot 153. 98 to re-release, number 12 in UK, 23 in Ireland. The 2009 re-release, number 16 in Finland, 35 in Sweden. And on UK singles in 2013, number 61. Now, gold in Denmark, 45,000 copies. Germany, 300,000 copies. United Kingdom, platinum. Now, in DJ Sammy's version, the Spanish trance artist, came out to release in 2002. Did well worldwide, internationally. 9 in Australia, number 2 in Australia, dance. 49 in Austria, 20 in Belgium, 33 in Czech Republic, 8 in Europe, 25 in Germany, 27 in Hungary, 15 in Ireland. Number 2 in the Ireland dance charts. Dutch top 40, number 19. Single top 100 in Netherlands, 31. New Zealand 3. Scotland went to number 1. Sweden number 36. UK number 2. UK dance number 7. UK maxi singles number 5. And of course it went gold in Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom. Now, the Tars version came out for their 2003 album So Long Astoria. Their second single when a radio station began to play it. Did quite well. Actually, it went top 20 UK US Billboard, number 49 in the States, and sold 500,000 copies in the States. And in 2022, the British band The Lightning Kids released their version of Boys of Summer as a single from the album All of Those Nights. So, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very interesting part of Don Henley's career. Not his biggest hit, but his best video for a lot of people, even though, of course, End of the Innocents and Last Worthless Evening was quite strong. But Boys of Summer, it's the closest thing that I think he got to a Bob Seger song and a Tom Petty song without Bob Seger and Tom Petty making it. But I'd like to see, or if anybody knows out there that Bob Seger ever covered it, there was a big Bob Seger influence. So Glenn Frey is the first cousin to Bob Seger in a lot of ways, because he doesn't have that popish of Glenn Frey. But this is a very important song in my life because my first wife broke up with me the same week the song recharted in Canada in late August, early September 85. So 40 years ago, because she would wear sunglasses all the time. And like I said, I'm very glad she lives in Toronto because I live in New Brunswick. That's all I can say. If you like what you're doing here with our Eagles Tribute podcast and Behind the Tracks, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.